Hi my friend, are you ready for another creative journey? This is week 40 and I'm crafting another whimsical collage and a fairy tale inspired by Margarete Miller's 5 weekly collage prompts. If you like to see what unfolds, grab a drink and maybe your craft supplies and let's get creative together. Welcome to another collage postcard. As always, I'm using a 4x6-inch index card because I'm sending this collage every week to my mom in Germany. And this week's 5 prompts are a written signature, something from mythology or legend, something heavy, pattern paper in neutral color, clear tape or masking tape, and as a bonus, a bit of yellow. Okay, let's start. So for the first prompt with the signature, I found this printout and it has this treasure signature on the bottom. Then here, some of you might remember this book that I have used for previous postcards, and I found really nice images fitting to the something from a mythology. I'm using the unicorn. Then for the next one, here you can see some of the nice images. Something heavy. I thought lots of option, either the treasure chest or here the pot, or even a very heavy pumpkin would be nice. Here's something yellow. Either of the women with these beautiful crowns and dresses would fit that prompt. Then I have here this origami paper as a pattern paper. It looks like alcohol ink patterns on the paper and in neutral colors. So I looked through and I found this neutral colored paper with a little bit of gold sprinkled into it, and I really love this ink marble effect on the paper. And I will use clear tape, and I have a technique in mind that I try to get some of the writing from the book on the clear tape. You will see later what I mean. But for now, I will do some fussy cutting off camera and then come back to you. Here we are. The treasure chest. Here's something yellow. The unicorn. Don't know if I use the treasure chest or the pumpkin. I will not use the pot, I decided, because it's too big. It takes up too much space on my postcard. And so, yeah, so either of them I think it will be. But let's start with the technique with the clear tape. My hope is that I can maybe even use my own signature for the prompt written signature. That I write with a black pen on a free space, just my name, like a signature. Yeah, it's a little bit rough. I glued on the paper a lot. So Gajana. And then I'm using the sellotape, the clear tape, and really press it down on my signature and on the printed letters below. And I hope that if I cut it off and then really press it down again, so that I really make sure that the glue is attached to the paper below, and if I then rip it off, that I will get some of the ink on my clear thing. Let's have a look. Yeah. Nice. I will put it down later. You will see. Yeah, I think that's a nice thing to do. Okay, but maybe I start with gluing down the background. As usual, I'm using ordinary glue stick for this. And yeah, the paper is not filling the entire page, but that doesn't matter. I will use some of the receipt on the top and will just add it to the bottom bit. Yeah. just pressing it down properly. Yeah, I think using a bone folder to really get it all down, and then just cutting off the edges. And of course I will not throw this away. It will go in my pile of scraps to use for the next project. And yeah, I think I like to tear the signature so that we have it on the bottom part. Okay, while I continue with my postcard, I think it's also time for our fairy tale. So I hope you will enjoy this week's story. In a realm where the sun always sets in hues of gold and the stars whispered secrets to those who listened, there was a hidden place known as the Golden Cove. This mystical cove was said to be adorned with walls marbled in gold and held a treasure chest filled with magical artifacts, diamonds and gold. The cove was protected by a wise unicorn named Astraea, who roamed the land ensuring its secrets remained safe. Our tale followed a young scholar named Finn, whose insatiable curiosity led him to explore the ancient legends of his homeland. Finn had a journal bound in deep green leather, its pages filled with sketches and notes from his dreams. One recurring dream featured a peculiar signature, a symbol that seemed to glow with an ethereal light. This symbol became his guide and inspiration. One day, while poring over an ancient tomb in his village library, Finn discovered the same signature etched into the margins of an old map. "This is it," Finn exclaimed, feeling a surge of excitement. "The key to finding the Golden Cove." Determined to uncover the mysteries of the cove, Finn set off on his journey. Armed with his journal and a heart full of wonder, he traveled through an enchanted forest where trees whispered tales of old and across shimmering rivers that sang as they flowed. Each step brought him closer to his destiny until he reached the edge of a vast ocean. There, by the light of the crescent moon, he encountered Astraea. "Greetings, Finn," Astraea spoke with a voice as gentle as a summer breeze. "I have awaited your arrival. Your signature, the mark of your destiny, has led you here." Finn felt his heart swell with purpose. "I seek the treasures of the Golden Cove," he declared earnestly. "But not for riches, only for knowledge." Astraea nodded approvingly. "To enter the cove, you must first prove your worthiness. Only those who seek wisdom over wealth may pass." With that, Astraea guided Finn to a secluded glen where he faced 3 trials that would test his values and wisdom. In a sunlit clearing, Finn found 2 paths before him. One was paved with gold and precious gem, glittering invitingly. The other was a simple dirt path lined with ancient books and scrolls. "Choose your path wisely," Astraea voice echoed. Without hesitation, Finn stepped onto the humble path of knowledge. As he did, the golden path vanished and the books began to glow softly. "You have chosen wisdom over material wealth," Astraea said approvingly. "You may proceed to the next trial." Finn entered a grove where he found a magnificent tree bearing golden fruit. At its base sat an old man and a young child, both looking hungry. "These fruits contain great knowledge," Astraea explained. "You may take as many as you wish for yourself, or you may share." Finn picked 3 fruits. He gave 1 to the old man, 1 to the child, and kept 1 for himself. As they all bit into the fruit together, a warm light enveloped them, and Finn felt his mind expanding with new understanding. By sharing knowledge, you have multiplied its power, Astraea nodded. You have passed the second trial. For the final test, Finn entered a cave filled with countless treasures, gold, jewels, and magical artifacts. In the center stood a plain wooden box. Choose what you believe holds the greatest value, came Astraea's instruction. Finn examined the riches but felt drawn to the simple box. Opening it, he found it empty except for a mirror at the bottom. As he looked into it, he saw not his reflection but visions of all he had learned on his journey and the potential for growth still ahead. You have recognized that the greatest treasure is the wisdom within yourself and the potential for continued learning, Astraea said, appearing beside him. You have proven your worth to enter the Golden Cove. With these trials complete, Finn had demonstrated his commitment to wisdom over material wealth, proving himself worthy to enter the magical Golden Cove. As they arrived at last within sight of the enchanted cove, Finn was awestruck by its beauty beyond compare. The walls glowed warmly with golden marbling, seeming almost alive under the sunlight's caress. In its center lay a treasure chest, waiting patiently yet ever watchful, overflowing richly with magical artifacts. Crystals sang softly when touched. Scrolls revealed long-forgotten truths, and piles upon piles of diamonds and gold sparkled brightly like captured sunlight. Suddenly a figure emerged. It was Elysia herself, the fairy queen. She was adorned regally with a crown made entirely of bright yellow stars that twinkled merrily atop her head. "Welcome, dear Finn," Elysia greeted warmly, smiling kindly as her eyes twinkled brightly. "I am pleased you have come seeking knowledge rather than greed." But before Finn could respond, a shadowy figure emerged from behind one golden wall. A treasurer named Malachi, who had long coveted the treasures for himself alone. "These treasures are mine," Malachi hissed maliciously, glaring fiercely with eyes that burned hotly with unchecked greed. Elysia stepped forward, calmly yet firmly, commanding respect, instantly with her presence alone. "Malachi," she said sternly yet kindly, "these treasures belong to no one and serve all who seek wisdom truly." Finn knew instinctively what must be done quickly if hope was to remain alive. Drawing upon newfound courage and understanding gained throughout his journey, he approached Malachi confidently and spoke truthfully, his words resonating deeply. "True treasure lies not within possession, but rather in sharing freely among all willing to listen closely enough to hear whispers carried softly upon eternal winds." With those heartfelt words, Finn reached into his satchel, retrieving his journal containing the signature symbol. It glowed softly now, responding eagerly to the light of truth and unity emanating forth. Suddenly empowered by both inner strength and outer support provided by Astraea's watchful presence, Malachi found himself unable to resist any longer. He finally succumbed willingly to the light of truth and unity combined. In an instant, filled with brilliance aching to dawn breaking over darkness itself, Malachi's greed dissipated completely like mist under the gentle embrace of sunlight's warmth. Harmony was restored both within him personally and around them collectively once more. Queen Elysia smiled appreciatively, then turned towards Finn and spoke warmly. "You have shown great wisdom today, dear friend. May your journey inspire others similarly henceforth forevermore." From that day forward, Finn became known throughout lands far beyond as the Keeper of Knowledge. A guardian not just for treasures hidden safely, but also for untold stories waiting patiently inside hearts, yearning for discovery anew each day. And so it was written. Every soul carries its own unique signature, marking destined greatness. If only dared, pursued bravely enough amidst life's wondrous adventures, awaiting discovery always just beyond the unseen horizon, yet ever present nonetheless. Okay, that brings us to the end of our fairy tale. And the only thing left to do for today is going over the prompts one more time. A written signature is here my own signature and the signature on the receipt. Something from mythology is the unicorn and the fairy queen. Something heavy is the treasure chest. Pattern paper in a neutral color is the entire background here, and also the paper with the treasure. Clear tape or masking tape, the clear tape on the bottom, and as a bonus a bit of yellow around the queen and here in the chest. If you like to see more of my postcards, I will link the playlist at the end of this video. For today, I say goodbye, wish you a wonderful day, and hope to see you soon in one of my next videos.